doing in Santa Rosa, California. It's Retreat Update with your anchors, Carl Bailey and Aaron Clarke. Retreat Update. I'm Carl Haley.
And I'm Aaron Clarke. Here are our top stories. SFGMC presented Luster, a combination of the American Songbook and the world premiere of Tyler's Suite. What we learned from that concert was Anne Hampton Callaway, funny, college suicide, not funny. Join us this next spring as SFGMC continues to attack similar serious themes when it presents ISIS, a beheading in the desert, with special guest star Liza Minnelli.
The Seattle Men's Chorus is known for presenting 4 continuous weekends of holiday concerts each year. So much joy and holiday spirit to combat the 300 days of rain that Seattle receives each year. This coming spring, the Seattle Chorus will be presenting both Tyler's Suite and I Am Harvey Milk in the same concert. To avoid further depressing an already depressed audience, their versions of these pieces have neither Tyler nor Harvey Milk dying. In fact, they actually hook up together at the Trocadero.
SFGMC returned to the historic Norris Theater this past summer to present Dazzle. While some might complain about the venue's lack of dressing rooms, bathrooms, or a bar to liquor up the patrons, the show sizzled with many outstanding numbers. Gay men singing show tunes. Audiences were shocked, but happily hummed along.
In order to combat this cliche stereotype, SFGMC added the remarkable twist of drag queens to help tell Tom Vindiola had so many costumes to sew that 3 of his shirts still have long sleeves. Talk about the common children have no shoes.
The chorus made strides this year perfecting the art of the mashup, a modern juxtaposition of different songs in a way that highlights novel themes and connection. Dazzle fully embraced the mashup with some intriguing musical pairings. The audience fully loved the energy of To Life, La Vie Boheme mashup. Again, drag queens. It was as surprising as an NFL player beating his wife.
As for the Empty Chairs medley, audiences were most appreciative to receive free samples from the chorus's newest corporate sponsor, Prozac.
After months of selling raffle tickets on the street corners of San Francisco, at the Eagle Beer Busted and Steamworks, the winning ticket was gold, and Dominic Turbo was truly shocked to hear his name read. It was a little like when you put your Ken doll in the driver's seat of your Malibu Barbie dream car. That was so cute!
They're small. It's funny because they're both small. SFGMC was once again pleased to welcome Tony Award winner Laura Bonanni as the special guest star. After playing the schizophrenic role of Harvey Milk's mother, teacher, sister, daughter, it was nice to have her play herself, representing her Broadway experience. Here to talk about what that experience was like, please welcome Laura Bonanni.
It's Bonanti. How many times do we have to cover this? I am so thrilled and excited to be here with you this weekend. I did have to juggle my schedule quite a bit and pull in a couple of favors. And as some of you may have known, I was originally going to be booked to do the I Am Harvey Milk premiere at Lincoln Center in New York City. But apparently they decided to go in a slightly different direction, shorter, squatter, blonder, bustier kind of a direction. I'm fine with that, because that means I get to be here with you all this weekend enjoying this magnificent retreat. I mean, you queens know how to treat a lady. Oh, those cabins. I had lukewarm water this morning from 7 a.m. until 7:17. I got right in there, did my hair, did my makeup. My electricity works occasionally in the cabin. And you know, the cuisine here. I find it quite astounding. Traffic, I hear, was kind of awful for some of you. Of course, they flew me in by helicopter, so I didn't have that problem. That's what they do, you know, when you're a star like I am, they fly you in by helicopter. I told you about my cruise ship that I did, right? The gay cruise.
Yeah, you told us about
that. So, maybe I won't tell that story again. But you may not know that I was just recently booked on a lesbian cruise. Yes, our family, Rosie O'Donnell. My. Those lesbians, I must tell you, I prefer the gay men. I got a couple little jokes for you. Are you ready? What's the difference between a lesbian and a walrus? Well, one weighs 500 pounds and stinks of fish, the other's a walrus! Is that too much? Okay, what's the difference between lesbians and whales? Nobody wants to save the lesbians. My favorite. What do you call an open can of tuna fish in a lesbian's apartment? Potpourri! Before we go any further, let's just take a selfie. Perfect!
Thanks for coming, Laura. You're great. Maybe she'll have a couple of your tea or something to climb the mountain.
Were we too mean to usher her off like that? You know, she is beautiful, talented, and Tony Award winning.
Yeah, that and a bottle of Cialis will get you a hard-on in this town.
Okay, I'm feeling bad.
Should we bring her back and at least let her finish up?
We probably should. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the lovely Miss Laura Benanti. Come on, Laura, come on out. Is the sun out in
First of all, it's not Laura Benanti. And that little redhead, what's his little twink elf, Lyndon, it's not Laura Benanti. Let's keep it real. My name is Latavia Benson, and I'm from New Jersey. I have spent the better part of the last decade chasing that brunette bitch who was just out here who has stolen my parts and roles to be here. So now that I'm here, I'm going to set the record straight. Yes. So let me just share a few things. It's been a long, long career that I've had. And many of you wonder if you saw me in such shows as Gypsy, Foolish on a Tony, or being on the verge of a nervous breakdown. You're wondering, hold for it, bitch. You make me wondering, she looks so much fairer on the stage. It's the wonders of lighting and fantastic makeup, but this is truly the complexion of Miss Latavia Benson. So Some of you may know that I've had a perhaps checkered and less than successful small screen career.
Did not know that.
Now you do. Featured in such programs as Go On, which actually went on, and the Playboy Club, for which I should really never have been cast. I was way too much for that show. However, you will be seeing me this fall on Nashville, so check your local listings because we'll probably be canceled very, very soon. Just a few more comments, if I may. Do I have the floor?
Take
Tip time. It really is funny, and it's on my CD. Anyway, I had the great pleasure of singing with the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus at the premiere of I Am Harvey Milk. And I understand that there was this little, like, blonde, Pez-headed woman who, as far as I know, has nearly won just one Tony herself, like me. So I'm not really sure, since she is a woman of a certain age, being 10 years older than me, why I was passed over, but here we are, so be it. Anything else?
I think that's lovely. Thanks so much.
Remember, Latavia Benson.
Ladies and gentlemen, Latavia Benson. This past July, 200 men from the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus traveled to Los Angeles to help GMCLA celebrate their 35th anniversary and the premiere of I Am Harvey Milk. The chorus rented 2 buses to help everyone get down there. One bus made the trip without a hitch. The other had a little air conditioning problem about 2 hours into the trip. The temperature kept rising until Big A exclaimed, "It's hotter than 2 rats fucking in a wool sock." Another bus was dispatched after a brisk 3-hour wait. The boys were back on the road.
LA continued to be difficult for the bus drivers as they repeatedly arrived late for pickups. One of the drivers made the sharp observation, LA sure has bad traffic. At the end of the trip, instead of a cash gratuity, each driver was given a brochure on how to use Google Maps.
Really looking forward to seeing what kind of amazing production numbers GMCLA would offer for their 35th anniversary concert. After their many splashy performances at Gala, LA surely would wow the audience. Shockingly, they simply stood and sang. No video, no animatronic of Harvey Milk, no nothing. Okay, the one thing they did have, little Harvey Milk walked around holding a disco ball.
What's the matter, GMCLA? Spent the whole production budget on teeth whiteners again? In order to accommodate 500 singers performing at this momentous concert, some of the SFGMC singers performed in an area high in the rafters in the concert hall. The conductor was so far away that his conducting looked even slower.
I didn't think that was possible. And now for the entertainment news, please welcome Retreat Update entertainment reporter, Dick Marica.
Good evening. I happened to be walking down with my poodle, Zsa, and I thought I would pop into my favorite restaurant, Don Ramon's, and they were having a party, and I said, I like parties, so I went in. And they were all gay men. Shocking, I know, gay. But as a straight man, I do try to support all the gays as much as I possibly can. But taking over my Mexican restaurant was just too much. I wanted to eat taco. In addition to that, they had some sort of show going on, the Volley Awards, and I use the word show loosely. There were two hosts dressed in pink transvestite getup and some inappropriate language. Shocking, I know. Some different groups performed some songs, including making fun of America's greatest music, country music, interpretive dance, and finally, some song about an artificial phallus. Shocking, I know. I recently flew to the East Coast and went to the world premiere of, the New York premiere of I Am Harvey Milk, which I assumed was about a cow farmer, because once I knew a cow farmer named Harvey, and it wasn't. It was gay again, all gay. The worst part of it, there was this 3-foot-tall midget that they got to play the only singing female role. I think her name was Kristen Chenoweth. I couldn't figure out this character role, but I just assumed that it was Harvey's wife. No.
That bitch stole my part!
Ladies and gentlemen, our entertainment reporter, Clarke. Up next, we have a new segment for Retreat Update. What's new in social media? We'll be taking a glimpse into the offstage lives of the singers of SFGMC.
We begin with some items from the pages of the Facebook.
I'm telling you.
It seems like Paul Ciccone has a new boyfriend, and they went to Maui together. Isn't that nice? I'm sure Paul's grandmother loves seeing that the new boyfriend also happens to be a furry. Not furry, a furry.
Oh my God, Alan Delamore posted a picture of his dog. And another. And another.
Here's one I think you'll really like. Carl Pantel hung out with some bears. What a surprise.
Does he even know anyone without a beard?
Even his ex-wife was a beard.
Eddie Gonzalez got together with his siblings and posted a picture of them all. Again. And again. Why don't they ever take a picture with their poor mother?
And now some travel news. Ray Grinsinger got drunk while on vacation in Belgium. And in Holland. And in France. And in England. In an unrelated story, revenue plummeted this summer at the Eagle.
Application Grindr. For more updates on SFGMC members.
In the past year, Dan O'Leary has become 4 years younger.
Has shifted from a total top to a versatile bottom. It's about supply and demand, really.
And Logan Algren now welcomes both fats and feds.
I guess you know where things like food disappeared to.
Someone has a new slave! Our final look into social media comes as we delve further into the lives of SFGMC members on the site barebackerrealtimesex.com.
We knew that was you! No.
Let's just move on to something else.
She's a little touchy on that one. All right.
Friday night rehearsal here at Retreat was disrupted by protesters. They contended that it was very un-Jewish to be working after sunset on the Sabbath. Chorus officials claimed the singing was part of the religious service and immediately broke into Hanukkah in Santa Monica.
Friday night at Retreat traditionally ends with a nice fireside chat with the newbies. Legal counsel for SFGMC would like me to read the following defense statement. To all the new members, I would like to express my sincere apology for my actions at the bonfire. Take it from me, alcohol and deepest, darkest secrets don't mix. Lesson learned. Join me next year as we welcome a new sponsor to the bonfire, Crystal Light.
At 7 a.m., the Friends of Bill W., which is a 12-step program for Alcoholics Anonymous, will be meeting in the yoga room here at the camp. If you're not familiar where that meeting is, here's a map. Jim Nickerson will be saving your place. Hashtag SFGMCAA.
Oh, that's you.
It is. First tenor Cyrus Malari was incorrectly accused of exclaiming "delicious" after newbie shared that he had never tasted ejaculate. After further research, it was discovered that it wasn't Cyrus who said this. It was his butthole.
Robert Wheaton was the sole person standing, which revealed he had been married twice to women. The chorus is proud of their policy of openness, welcoming all types.
There are some openings I don't want anything to do.
It's too wide.
Steve Valdez tried out a new form of teaching choreography today. He didn't show up. In a more traditional method.
A change from the typical retreat schedule is that no lunch will be served tomorrow, leaving many to question where they're going to get their semi-annual fix of pizza topped with broccoli and corn.
Many lovely and creative sweaters showed up earlier tonight that might be included as part of the holiday concert. Chorus General Manager John Carroll was shocked to see people wearing 3 sweaters from his own closet.
This just in. Tom Birch was medevaced out of Camp Newman today as post-traumatic stress disorder flared up, caused by the machine gun sound made by the Divas fans.
My favorite part of any diva number is when they give Tessa spoken lines. I don't understand a thing that girl says, but she sure is pretty.
What can we say about the hot mess tickets? In the South, they say, Bless their hearts.
Tonight marks the 30th time that Jeff Sinclair has hosted the Folk Talent. And it's obvious that she brought some makeup tips she learned from her Annie performance in Death.
Testimony took on a new look tonight as SFGMC's newest boy band offered an update to the song originally written by Steven Schwartz. I sent him a video of that performance and he's pissed.
Dance and testimony to be performed by Steve Valdez and Don Ramones in the coming months.
The chorus and audiences fell in love with Noah Arnold, who played the original Little Harvey Mill at the world premiere of I Am Harvey Mill. At the age of 13, he recently came out of the cupboard as SFGMC's recruiting work continues to pay off. Good job.
Trying to shoot him a little harder than others. This year's holiday concert is festive, home for the holidays. The straight audience members have given the show a different name, gayer than the locker room at the Ice Capades.
SFGMC will welcome special guest Wells Strong to perform alongside them during this concert. I hear they play their instruments really well, but it's not going to matter at all. We could stop singing, take off our clothes, and light our hair on fire, because the whole audience is going to be staring at them the whole time.
Many singers are actually looking forward to performing at Norris Theater. The usual scorching heat on the risers will keep everyone warm while the weather outside is
Finally, as I have proven last night and today, it's all good as long as they keep talking about you. It's when they stop talking you should be worried.
For all of us at Retreat Update, I'm Aaron Clarke.
And I'm Carl Hinckley. Good night.